welcome to the 33rd episode of Let's Catch Up with the NFL. In this video, I will say who I think is the best player from each NFL team, plus some highlights of those players. So before I really dive into this video, I want to say a huge thanks to Franco for coming up with this video idea. This is an awesome video idea. I couldn't do best 3 players from each NFL team because that'd be way too long of a video, but I still hope you enjoy this video. So, the first NFL team is the Denver Broncos. The best player from their team, in my opinion, is the player that won Defensive Player of the Year last year in Patrick Surtain. He has had some awesome plays, great pass deflections, interceptions, and he's definitely the Broncos' best player. So the next team is the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't really think there's any argument here. Obviously, it is Patrick Mahomes, the future Hall of Fame quarterback, arguably the best quarterback in the league. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are better, but he is still the Chiefs, definitely the Chiefs' best player. So the next team is the Las Vegas Raiders. They don't really have a lot of good players, but they do have one good player and a couple good players, I should say, because they also have Ashton Jeanty. But their best player is probably Brock Bowers, second year in the league, but he has just been a superstar for the Raiders, having a crazy one-hand catch this year. And I mean, he is just going to get better and better. Might be one of the best tight ends in this league at a certain point in his career. He's not yet, but he probably will be. So the next team is the Los Angeles Chargers. The best player on their team is probably their quarterback, Justin Herbert. He has been a really good quarterback. He's been very protective with the ball, and I think Herbert is just going to get better and better, as most of these players I'm listing are, and I think that Justin Herbert is definitely the Chargers' best player. So now on to the Houston Texans. Their best player is probably CJ Stroud. He did have a sophomore slump and he did get injured this year, but I still think he has the potential to be a really, really good quarterback in this league, and he is definitely still like a really good quarterback in this league, and he is probably the Texans' best player. So now on to the Indianapolis Colts. Probably the player who's going to win Offensive Player of the Year this year. That's right, Jonathan Taylor. What a season he is having. I mean, it's crazy. The runs, the power runs, the explosive runs, the juking runs. I don't even know what I'm saying, but he has just been so good this year, and really his whole entire career for the Colts. So that is why he, in my opinion, he is the best player on the Indianapolis Colts. So now on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The best player on their team is probably Josh Hines Allen. He is a great pass rusher. He really gets to the quarterback and brings them down, and he's a great defensive player. He gets a lot of sacks, a lot of pressures, and I don't think on the Jacksonville Jaguars there's any player better than him, so that is why he is the best player on the Jags. The next team is the Tennessee Titans. This is another team that really doesn't have much talent, but if I were to pick a player, it would probably be Jeffrey Simmons. He is a great defensive tackle for the Tennessee Titans, and he's a great run stopper and all of those things, and he is probably the best Titans player. Now on to the Baltimore Ravens. I don't think there's any question about it. Lamar Jackson, what a player. Well, not for the past few weeks. He's kind of sucked, especially on my fantasy team, but he is still the Ravens' best player. He is just a great player, all in all, great throwing and running and just all the things. Now on to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now this is a tough one. It is between Ja'Marr Chase and Joe Burrow. The reason I'm picking Ja'Marr Chase for this one is because Joe Burrow, great, excellent, top 5 quarterback, maybe even top 3, but he's been injury prone. Ja'Marr Chase hasn't, so that is why I'm picking Ja'Marr Chase. Now onto the Cleveland Browns. Their best player is probably Myles Garrett, just a great defensive end. He had 5 sacks against the Patriots this year, and he's just having an excellent year. He probably will win Defensive Player of the Year if he keeps this up. So yeah, that's probably the Cleveland Browns' best player. Now on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their best player is T.J. Watt. I mean, he is one of probably maybe the best left end or outside linebacker in this league, and he just gets to the quarterback, forces fumbles like he did on Caleb Williams last week. What a play. And yeah, so that's why he's the Steelers' best player. Now on to the Buffalo Bills. Their best player is obviously Josh Allen. What a player he is. He's probably going to be a future Hall of Famer. He breaks tackles, he makes throws, he does all the things you'd want in a quarterback. Now on to the Miami Dolphins. He did get injured this season, but he's still an excellent player. It's Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. I don't think that there's anybody better on the Dolphins than him, so that's why I am picking Tyreek Hill. Now on to the Patriots. Their best player is someone who's in the MVP race this year. That's right, Drake May. I mean, oh my goodness, he is turning this franchise around, and that is exactly why I think he is the Patriots' best player. Now on to the Jets. Well, they don't have Sauce Gardner anymore, so I guess it's Quinnen Williams. Wait, they don't have Quinnen Williams anymore. They really don't have anybody anymore. Really. Breece Hall probably is the Jets' best player. He's a pretty good running back in this league, good young running back. He'll probably have a bigger role as the season for the Jets as the seasons go on, since he is the only player that they have left. So, yeah. Now on to the Arizona Cardinals. Their best player is probably Kyler Murray. I meant Marvin Harrison. I kind of forgot about him. My bad. He's getting old, but he's still an explosive player for the Cardinals, still a great quarterback in this league. Now on to the Rams. I know it's still early in his career, and he has been kind of injury prone, but I think that their best player is Puka Nacua. Oh my goodness, I mean, he mosses people, he catches deep balls, short balls. He's just an amazing receiver in this league. Now on to the San Francisco 49ers. This is another guy who has been injury prone, but he is still a great player, still probably a top 5 running back in this league, and that's Christian McCaffrey, and that is exactly the reason why I think he is the 49ers' best player. Now on to the Seattle Seahawks. Their best player is somebody who has emerged as one of the best receivers in the league this year in Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has made some amazing catches. Sam Darnold's just thrown it up, and he's caught it. What a year he's having. Now on to the Atlanta Falcons. Their best player is obviously Bijan Robinson. His jump cuts are crazy, jukes are crazy, change of direction crazy. In my opinion, probably the best running back in this league. I mean, prove me wrong, I don't know, but I think that he is definitely the Falcons' best player. Now on to the Panthers. Their best player, probably J.C. Horn. I mean, he's made multiple one-hand interceptions this year, which is just super impressive, and he's just a great defensive player for the Panthers. So yeah. Now on to the Saints. This is another guy who's been making crazy catches and crazy plays this season. It's Chris Olave for the Saints, just a great playmaker and definitely the best player on this New Orleans Saints team. So now on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Evans, that's who I'm picking for this one. He did get injured this year with a concussion, I'm pretty sure, but he has gotten 1,000 yards in every single one of his seasons. Not this year because he got injured, but he's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame one day, and that's why I'm picking him as the Buccaneers' best player. Now on to the Chicago Bears. Their best player is either Caleb Williams, Jalen Johnson, or DJ Moore. I'm going to go with Caleb Williams. Look, I know it's crazy, but it is his second year in the league, but he has shown flashes of an absolute franchise quarterback. He might be the quarterback that finally has 4,000 yards for the Bears, and I think that he is definitely probably the best player and going to be the best player going forward on the Chicago Bears. Now on to the Detroit Lions. Now this is a toughie. They got a bunch of really good talent, but I think that I'm going to have to pick Jahmyr Gibbs. The explosive runs have been crazy. I mean, if you ask me, he's played like Barry Sanders. I mean, oh my goodness. The only difference between the two is that Barry was on the sucky Lions and Jahmyr's on the amazing Lions. So that is why Jahmyr Gibbs is the best player for the Detroit Lions. Now on to the Green Bay Packers. He's only been a Packer for a little bit, but he is still the best Packer. It is Micah Parsons. He's been getting to the quarterback, getting quarterback pressures, tackle for losses, tackles in general. Might be the best defensive player in the league, let alone on the Packers. It's Micah Parsons, and that is why he is the best player on the Packers. Now on to my Minnesota Vikings. It's obviously Justin Jefferson. Made some amazing catches in the league. Arguably one of the best receivers in the league. Arguably one of the best receivers of all time. And that is exactly why he is one of the best players, the best player on the Minnesota Vikings. So now on to the Dallas Cowboys. Their best player is probably CeeDee Lamb since they don't have Micah Parsons anymore. But CeeDee is a great receiver, probably a top 5 receiver, been making plays, making catches, really been doing really good things for the Cowboys this season. Next up is the New York Giants. The best player on their team is Malik Nabers. He is injured this season, but before he got injured in his rookie season, I mean, he has shown just how great of a talent, how great he is, and that is exactly why he is the best player on the New York Giants. Now on to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is another toughie. They have great players, but I am going to have to go with Saquon Barkley. I know he's averaged 62 yards per game this season, but he only 62 yards per game this season, but he did average 125 last year, and he has just had a great career. It might not be all with the Eagles, but he is still the Eagles' best player in my opinion. Now on to the Washington Commanders. I know I've said this a lot. There have been a lot of players who are the best player on their team and are injured. This is another one. It's Jayden Daniels. I mean, he is obviously the Commanders' franchise quarterback. He's their guy. He is probably a top 10 quarterback. And that is exactly why, in my opinion, he's the Washington Commanders' best player. So that has been the 33rd episode of Let's Catch Up with the NFL. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, Sam Darnold did get face masked, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh yeah, wait, and tell me in the comments any players that you think I messed up on, or any players that you think I missed, or, if you want to say any players that you think that are better than the players I said, just tell me in the comments. So yeah, see you on the next one.